Hi guys, today we're back in the car, and it was a mistake. It was definitely a mistake to be in the car. It's the hottest day of the year and I'm melting, but I can't be in my house right now. I need to get out of my house for multiple reasons, but it's way too kind of fraught and loud and all over the place and interrupty. So I decided to come back out to Costa. I'm going to get Costa as soon as I'm done with this. I was going to get an actual coffee and now I'm like, I can't do it. I'm like dripping with sweat. I just filmed a different video. So you really aren't getting the best version of me to begin with, but whoo, I am like glistening would be the nice word. So I had a question recently about the Gucci disco, the Soho disco. Someone was asking whether or not I would still recommend it at the price that it is now, and whether or not I use it, etc. So I thought I would do a little what's in my bag and a little chat about this because I think it is one of the most beautiful bags that I've got. I've kind of gone back and forth in the past when people have asked me what my favorite bag would be, like if I had to get rid of them all and choose just one. This has really been in the mix for that answer because it is so versatile. It's a really nice size. You could just use it for pretty much anything. The one thing that I would say is the thing I love, I don't want to say the thing, but it's really up there in terms of the things that I love about this bag, is the colour. And I don't know whether or not, if I was talking about this and it was black or the nude colour or whatever else, I don't know whether or not I would be as enamoured. What really drew me to this was how amazing this colour is on this bag. And so bear that in mind. If you're looking at it in a different colour, I might not be quite as completely in love if it was black. Although I do love the black and I would very much enjoy the black. If we're talking about, is it really worth it? Could this be the only bag? If you're going to have one designer bag, could this be it? And black would then make the most sense, but I do think it is kind of a little bit blah for me and I just love the red so much. So I'm going to just kind of throw that in there. So I've had this bag for 3 years. I think this was my last major purchase. Apologies for the noise, but I have to have the window open, otherwise might actually die. Yeah, I think this was 3 years ago. This was my last major purchase. I bought it for my birthday when we first moved into the house that we're in now. So like over 3 years ago now. And since then I bought some kind of lower cost bags and some secondhand like SLG type things, but this was my last big thing. And I wanted this for a few years prior and it kept going up in price, and even since then it's gone up again. So the main question is, would I still purchase it at the price that it is now? Yes. I wouldn't like it. I would be very annoyed. I think it was £100 more when I bought it. It's probably £200 more than it used to be now. The price increases have been insane. I'm going to have to put the window up on you because I don't know what's going on over there, but it's very loud. Right. Now you'll just watch me kind of dissolve into a puddle. So yeah, I would still purchase it. And I think that this particular style is going to hold its value really well. Something I was particularly worried about when I purchased mine, because I'd seen other people's, was that it was going to look terrible. And it was going to age really quickly and wear really quickly. Mine hasn't at all. I keep it stuffed, but I used it consistently for several months, probably for 6 months when I first bought it. And now I bring it out for a couple of months at a time here and there, and it's really held up amazingly well. It's just got stuff in it now, but it's not, I don't think it looks 3 years old at all. Obviously I haven't been using it every day for 3 years, but it's had a lot of wear and I think it looks fine. There's like barely any wear at all, like little bits on this corner. I would probably say is the worst wear that it's got. It's not bad at all, and no color transfer. I wear dark denim, I wear, you know, dark colors and just nothing. It's amazing, gorgeous. And although it's a really nice, soft, supple leather, it holds up really well. It's kind of going to hold its shape nicely. The place that I do think that it is, that's annoyed me a little bit, is this kind of like, is difficult to keep square and lose its shape a little bit. And so that's the only thing. I think on this side, it's kind of dented in a bit because that's where I wear it, but it's just not really a big issue. And then on the inside of the bag, it's this kind of Hessian light coloured fabric. So what I've got in the bag is basically the same stuff that I had in my previous one, a little bit more. I've got the pochette, the monogram pochette from Louis Vuitton. I can't do this heat, guys. Can I put the AC on? Is that really annoying? It is weather. I'm just going to put the windows down just for a second longer. So this I showed you in my last video. I have got a couple of different things in here now. I've got a different lip gloss. This is NARS Bound, what I'm wearing right now. I've got some ibuprofen. I do have my hand sanitizer. Did you see, by the way, the thing about hand sanitizer exploding in cars? I think it has to have some kind of ignition. It can't just set alight by itself. But apparently it has been a thing. So just something to bear in mind, not to leave the hand sanitizer in your car. I've also got a vape pen. This, I need to change my cartridge thing. I've got some new ones arriving today. This is something I don't talk about a tremendous amount, but I started using it again recently, and it's got CBD oil in it. No nicotine. I've never been a smoker, and apparently it's a really strange thing for non-smokers to adopt vaping. But the reason that I started using it was because CBD liquid is really expensive. The drops under the tongue is really expensive, and I didn't find the capsules worked very well. They weren't very effective, but again, expensive. And the cheapest way to use it, and the one I found was actually working for me, was vape. So I stopped using it for a while because I was a little bit scared, a little bit nervous. You never know, it's very new, and you know, smoking's terrible for you. Anything where you're inhaling anything is probably not a great idea. But it was originally for my chronic pain. I have shoulder, back, neck situation that can keep me up at night for how painful it is. But when I started using it, I found that it worked really nicely for anxiety. And recently, I've been very anxious, as with most of us. And so I picked it up again. I've reordered some new oil and some new liquid and some new cartridges that shall come today. And I've started using it again. And honestly, it makes all the difference in the world. And even if it's psychosomatic, at this point, I'm kind of subsidizing that risk with the fact that it is really chilling me the F out. What else do I have in here? Did I show you everything in here? I did. Right. Then I've got my little Louis Vuitton Tigerama card coin case, which again, I've got a video on. I'm going to do a video in a couple of months when I've had it for a little while to really give you a review, but I love it so much. And they have now got, for the new season, like the reverse eclipse, which is gorgeous. You know, the eclipse that's like, this is from the men's line, where it's like black with the pale grey LVs, and now they've got a reverse where like on one side it's the black with the pale grey, and on the other side it's like pale grey with the black LVs. So beautiful. I love this orange so much. This orange is called Volcano Orange. I had to be put on a wait list, and I finally got an email saying it was available. I purchased it and it was immediately out of stock again. So if you are interested in these specific ones, I would say just put your email in all the wait lists on the website, and as soon as you get that email, be prepared to purchase, because that's the only way that I got mine. I've got some sunglasses. These came in my FabFitFun box this month, and I am loving them. Oh man, opening both windows made all the difference. It's like I'm in a wind tunnel now. It's beautiful. Oh, a little bit of breeze and some sunglasses, and I feel 3,000% more comfortable. That is nice. I love these. These are Tom's, and they are the Traveller collection. They're called the Sydney. I like them a lot. I also feel a lot less sweaty now. This wind is really helping. And then I've got my phone, which I discovered after the last one. Someone told me that you can look up where the, in your like settings, I feel like I'm 150 years old saying this, but like, it's like, what phone have I got? You can look up in the general settings, and I've got an iPhone 11 Pro. I only got that because the camera was so funky, and I wanted the extra benefits of the camera stuff. So that's what's in it, and it's got room to spare. I can still fit my car keys in there. Let me show you my car keys. I can fit my car keys, and I can fit my camera, which is a relatively bulky little camera. These are my car keys. I've got, we're sitting right now in my car. This is a Suzuki Ignis. It's like a tiny little poor man's Range Rover. It's like, my friend has a Range Rover, and it's the most beautiful car in the entire world. And when I park next to her, it looks like her car had a baby. It's like half the size, and obviously nothing of the price. But I love it. I really do enjoy my car. So that's the car I've got. I've got this keyring on here from my friend Emma, who bought it from Florida. It's obviously like a Disney thing, but it's also got a bottle opener, useful for me. And this I bought on Etsy. I got one for me, one for Lee, and one for our neighbour, because they are obsessed with Schitt's Creek 2. And it is the Rosebud Motel, like motel key. And then on the back it says, no, you get murdered first. How many Schitt's Creeks are in the fans are in the house? Hopefully lots, because I love that show. And if you don't watch it, you really should. So overall, it's held up amazingly well. I love it so much in the red. I would absolutely still purchase it, even at the price that it's at right now. Yes, there are other ones that you could buy, but I do think that in terms of a classic style that is going to resell really nicely, this is going to hold its value. I'm currently personally looking at the Louis Vuitton Speedy 30. I think it's going to be the Speedy Bandolier 30 is the one that I'm almost ready to pull the trigger on, as and when I've got the funds. I did sell a bag to half fund it, and I got a good price for that. It was my, what's it called? Mulberry Lily. I had the Mulberry regular Lily in Midnight. It was a beautiful bag, but it's just not really my style. Bit more casual, bit more kind of grungy. This works really nicely with like so many different outfits, whereas that one felt very ladylike and formal. And even my little square Chanel that I've got is, it's in black, but it's kind of, what is it called? It's like a strange kind of caviar. It's slightly shiny. It's almost like a metallic caviar, but it's not. It's a really strange one. And the metal, the hardware is ruthenium. Is that right? It's like a gunmetal. It's got kind of like an edge to it that I really like. Because I think the classic Chanel for me would just be too formal, too ladylike. It's not my style. I've come to realise. It used to be my all-time, this is the bag that I want. And I think, must you make that noise? I think that probably I would want it, but I would want it in like a really specific cruise style that was like the same kind of one that I've got, but larger, because I really like that ruthenium hardware. I'm a big fan. So yeah, that's why I got rid of that one. And now I'm like halfway to my goal of getting the Speedy. And when you're talking about the Speedy B, it's a similar kind of price for like the Speedy, I mean a little bit more for the Louis Vuitton, but a Speedy B 25, not a million miles away from this, a lot more bag potentially, but I still think this is the one that I would choose if I had to choose between those two bags. I think that if I had to give this up to get the Speedy, I wouldn't do it. So hopefully that answered the question for the person who was asking. I'm sure it's already too late for your purchase. You've probably already pulled the trigger on it anyway, but for those of you that were maybe thinking of it as well. I know with these videos, because I've had, when I make these videos, I've had comments before saying like, it's so long, get to the point, blah, blah, blah. But there's so many videos out there reviewing these things. For me, it's like all about my personal take on this, my personal views. That's the only reason you would watch this, because there are like loads of 3 to 5 minute quick fire reviews on this kind of thing. So when I'm interested in a bag, I like to hear someone just like ramble on about it for ages. I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel too. So hopefully you're kind of on the same page. Right, I am now going to go and get a Costa, go and take one home for the kids. I don't know what I'm going to get. I can't get hot coffee. We'll see. And get out of this hot car. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I make videos about handbags, luxury stuff, and vlogs. And I will see you guys next time.